Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is episode 6 of our Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Time to Get Swole edition. Last time we met Leon and Yuffie, Ninja Extraordinaire. They teased us, told us that our Keyblade isn't so big and that we should feel bad for being the owner of the Keyblade because we're a child. And then they're gonna teach us how to use it.
Oh yeah, they kind of did.
Yeah.
Are they? I mean, Sora seems to know pretty much everything he's gonna know about the Keyblade already.
Except how to open blue chests.
You swing
it. Looks like it's locked.
Except to use it to
only I
open
had
locks.
a giant key.
Yeah. There's
that
a rather
could unlock anything.
Yeah, there's a rather frustrating vault in the starting area of Traverse Town that you can't open until they tell you.
Oh yeah.
It's like, Sora, key plus lock equals goodies.
I didn't know that you could read those paintings.
Yeah.
He had to be told not to drink seawater. You
Prepare
think he's
yourself.
going to know how to use a giant key?
Okay, fair enough.
Leon!
She pointed at it
Heartless.
before it appeared.
She
could
has
sense
darkness.
it.
Yeah,
sense.
that happens a lot in these games.
My
Well-
heartless sense is tingling.
As the world's foremost expert materia thief, she has a very good sense of... I love how he was just, like, projected, flattened.
Yeah, like,
Oh no. They link between worlds, Donald.
This is how he gets the power. So you don't have to fight these guys here, but it's the introduction. Well, I think we fought soldiers before. Hold on.
no, we haven't fought a soldier. We saw the one in the cutscene.
Oh, that's right.
Which, by the way, I wanted some clarification on that. So, that guy looked like he was being chased by a monster. But, like...
He was being chased by the darkness in his own heart.
Yeah.
that manifests as a
he was being
monster. Okay.
chased by the abstract concept that is fear
Yeah.
and darkness and hearts.
Yeah, I guess don't go past the first district, kids.
He was getting chased by
Dark
the
things
bad
happen
writing.
there.
So I'm also grinding so that I'll like be a little stronger by the time I fight the boss that's coming up.
Also, it's subtle here, but the soldiers here are the first example of one of the other changes they made in Final Mix, where most of the Heartless had their color palettes changed.
For no reason.
Well, I can only assume it was to, like, convince people... Because this was, obviously long predated the days of DLC,
Yeah.
where it was just like, hey, buy our game again with a few extra features. What's, like, a cheap and easy way we can make it seem different? I don't know, recolor all the enemies?
Yeah.
They did my boys in Neverland dirty with that, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like... And also, probably the Fat Bandits, but I can't
Yeah.
remember what the Fat Bandit color scheme is in Final Mix. So.
The Fat Bandits aren't, like, too different.
They got a yellow
The
vest
fat
now,
controller.
but they're supposed to be blue.
Like, they have the same
got
general
Slap
impression
Chop.
at least, but, like, some of the... Like, the first, like, world boss that we fight, not in Traverse Town, like, really got screwed over by
I
the
think
color
that
palette change.
the most egregious example is the shadows. Like, they're so clearly navy when they used to be black.
Oh my
Unforgivable.
Y'all ever see Dudley Do-Right with, I think, Brendan Fraser?
I don't believe so.
Is that the second Brendan Fraser reference tonight?
The first one wasn't on
The
video.
first one on the record.
Oh. Yeah.
We were talking about The Mummy earlier, but
Yeah.
but there's a scene where Snidely Whiplash thinks he's wearing black, but he's wearing navy, and that was the whole reason that I brought that up. So
What a dummy.
worthwhile
Running
reference.
past enemies without fighting them? What is this foreign concept?
Yeah.
Sometimes in games, you're not supposed to fight.
I don't believe you.
We're doing a pacifist run of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, Nick, I forget that you're the person that fights every wild Pokemon battle.
Yep. It takes like 3 seconds to press A 3 times and watch them die.
I will admit I have...
Takes 3 seconds to press A 3 times, and then another like 15 seconds to watch all the animations and the end of beginning and end of battle stuff.
I will admit I kind of have a restraint problem when it comes to this game and fighting enemies simply because they yield experience.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm really in a hurry, I'll ignore them, but, like, 99% of the time, like, if there's enemies there, I gotta fight them.
Oh. Sora's
Well,
just
plus
a...
because
Which is one of the reasons I'm
unlike-
glad that they didn't, with, like, Breath of the Wild, they didn't make the enemies yield experience points.
Oh yeah.
Because can you imagine how much of a slog
God.
that game would be if you had every like enemy encampment like enticing you to like come grind some experience points, Link? It's like no.
Yeah.
What was that music shift?
So yeah,
Well, plus also, because it's kind of hard to not fight enemies in this game, because fighting even like small, easy enemies is still just like fun and
Oh
satisfying.
yeah. The Keyblade melee combat's
nice and
pretty
quick.
At least in terms of the aesthetics of it, it feels pretty good.
It's my favorite
Yeah.
boss, Gallium from Subspace Emissary.
Brawl.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I often hear people accuse the enemies of Subspace of just being like heartless ripoffs. Which isn't the
No, what
furthest
is-
thing from the truth.
What is this guy called again? I forget.
I can't remember.
A big dummy.
Wait,
it's not
is-
carry
this-
armor.
It's
It's
something armor, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guard armor.
Guard armor,
Yeah.
that's it.
Fighting this guy was also the point in Chain of Memories where I realized, oh, it's just going to be Kingdom Hearts 1 again.
Wait, it took you this long?
Man.
Well, because I figured, like, oh, alright, we're going back to Traverse Town because, like, you know, nostalgia, it's like kind of whatever. And then we fight Guard Armor again, it's like, oh, alright, we're just going to be doing all the worlds and bosses over again.
I really wish they would have put the GBA version of that on the 1.5
Yeah.
collection instead of the PS2 version. Because
Yeah,
at least
that
with the like, if you just finished Kingdom Hearts 1 and you want to go right into Chain of Memories, at least with the Game Boy Advance version, you go from like PS2 graphics to like sprite art, and it it's
Yeah.
the same locales but kind of through a different lens, and it feels different.
Yeah.
But if you're going from Kingdom Hearts 1 to Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories on
It's just Kingdom Hearts
PS2,
again,
like
but
it's just
poopier.
Kingdom Hearts 1 with like weird card mechanics. Like you don't
Yeah.
get any new
Well-
visuals for the most
And
part.
the art style really translates well to 2D.
But you want to know what it adds? Is so much Organization 13 for your angsty, emo, high school self.
Okay.
It's
But
it's
you
where you
want to
get
know what I would have rather had in the collection than original GBA Chain of Memories. Actually getting playable versions of just like porting over the original like Birth by Sleep or Dream Drop, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, Birth by Sleep was
Not
on
Birth by Sleep. Dream Drop and whatever the other one
358
was. that didn't
Days
make
Over
it.
2.
Yeah, 358.
Oh, right, yeah.
Did I say it right?
Yes.
Good.
Because
I can't
mean-
wait for the Sony DS to come out so we can play those.
358 was good. Like, it was a fun game.
I've heard
And
that.
I,
Well, they
was,
eventually-
I was disappointed that it wasn't on the collections.
Well, and they eventually did put Dream Drop Distance on the 2.8 collection.
Was it 2.8 or the story so far?
Oh, it's on both. Well, because
Oh,
story
right.
so far is just 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8.
Right.
What is
gotta
this
get that
series? I
beautiful
don't
arc.
know.
It's literally the Kingdom Hearts series now is literally like one of those artists on Twitter that keeps retweeting
Right.
their own posts
Yeah.
to like claim that they have new content and like keep signal boosting it.
Liking their own videos.
So,
does that?
while we're on the... before the guard armor goes too far out of our mind, how do we feel about his palette swap? Yay or nay?
It's aight.
I prefer the royal purples.
It's
I
it's a little
don't know.
gaudy, but
He
whatever.
feels very toy-like, and I think that's what I like about it.
He
Guard
reminds
Armor
me
is
of...
not one of the enemies that has really stuck in my mind enough to remember what the original colors looked like.
It was,
Now-
it was just Gallium from
The
Subspace Emissary.
the
Like-
the Wonderland boss though, that color swap is not a good color swap.
Oh god, did they change the tricksters? Oh, ugh.
They
Yeah.
made him pink.
Yeah.
Ew.
That was
I'll go
an
with them.
obvious downgrade.
Now we talked over it, but I kind of like that little beat with Donald there, where there's a lot of. I think the reason I like this game's story and characters more than like the later games is because there is a lot of conflict between like the main cast, but like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like over dramatized or like stupid.
It feels real. It
Because
feels
it's like,
relevant to the
Donald's
story.
just, he's just got his own motives. He's got, like, this mission that he was given, and, like, that's kind of where he draws the line as far as altruism goes.
Did
Like,
did-
Sora, you can come with us because we literally just need you.
Ha 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 ha.
Well, but by the end of the game, though, like they're kind of in it together, though.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
they're-
again, it
'cause they
works.
become
It's like the
friends.
character development works. I feel like in 2, they didn't really have anything to do with Goofy and Donald and Sora. So they're just kind of along for the ride.
So
we're here too.
Oh, here
Here's-
we go. One of my favorite things about
we
this
were in
game.
the first game.
oh yeah, yes.
Darkness.
The League of Villains.
They're
Can't
there,
see
we
'em.
swear.
Every villain is lemons.
You're supposed to be able to like see their silhouettes here, but we're playing in dark mode right now.
Yeah.
You're also supposed to be able to hear their easily identifiable voices, but we're
Yeah.
constantly talking.
Well, it's not supposed to. I don't think it's supposed to be a mystery. I think it's just flagging up for all the people who are fans of Disney movies. Like, oh, they're
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
They're gonna be bosses at some point.
I
This
definitely love
darkness
this
problem will be alleviated later, I swear.
scene. Will it be
Sora.
Trey who conquers the darkness?
Yes.
I was gonna. Oh
we
god, I was
won't be
gonna
able to
say,
dispel the darkness until we find Kingdom Hearts.
is Maleficent just a floating hand? Well, no, there's a head there too.
She's cousin It.
She's Master Hand, also from Subspace Emissary.
Master hand without the glove.
So is
I don't
Master
understand.
Hand the glove or the force inside the glove?
It's the child playing with the dolls.
Fair enough. Continue, Trey.
Aerith, what are you looking at? She's just
camera.
looking up to stage left.
Also, if Master Hand is the hand playing with the dolls, I like the implication that there's this kid playing with dolls, and then the dolls like beat the crap out of their hand.
Yeah.
It's like toy. It's like that movie
It's
Toy
literally the
Soldiers.
kid that like plays with the dolls too hard and like accidentally smashes their finger with the other doll and hurts
Yeah.
himself.
Oh yeah, they just gave a child fire.
How?
Good luck, Sora.
Like, what did Donald physically do to do that?
He showed
Gave him a lighter.
He showed him magic.
Makes sense to me.
Oh, I just got the other best skill in the game.
Thank God.
That's not glide.
But Joe, that's a JRPG thing where magic is taught by saying, "This is magic," and then you know magic.
It seems awfully dangerous.
Oh no!
Like if you
he
say the
does
wrong
have
thing
two-
in front of your toddler, all of a
does
sudden
have
your house
texture
is
mouth.
burning to the ground.
I mean,
Oh, no,
that's how
Sora
we got
can't
Jack
handle
Jack.
knowing magic.
It's too much for his tiny
He's
brain.
being overwhelmed by the dark eldritch secrets of magic.
Hey, look at this, Mark. What are
I
you
wonder
talking
what
about,
that is.
Goofy? There's no one named Mark here.
Why is one of the hearts bigger than the others? Is that the goofy heart?
Yeah. I like these. Never come back in later games, do they?
Yeah.
They're a Gen 1 only.
Yeah, I it's one of those ideas where like I like the idea of it, but not so much the implementation. Because basically what it is like at certain points in the game you'll learn a new trinity, which basically just means you can push triangle in certain places and like get stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's not like in like Mario and Luigi where you like learn new skills and you then have to like actually execute said skills like in the places where they're needed.
They're basically like little keyholes around the world.
Yeah,
to
you
get treasures.
you get a plot
open
coupon
passages.
that unlocks treasures.
A plot.
Oh, hey, look, it's Ben Schwartz, Danny Putty, and
Not yet.
a piece
It's
of
the old
toast.
DuckTales.
Also, the Trinity
Bobby
stuff
Moynihan.
kind of
That's it.
spoilers. Different worlds have like different like partners that you can recruit in
Yeah.
place of Donald or Goofy.
But you can
And
only
there
Trinity
are
with...
several mechanics in this game that discourage you from playing with anyone but Donald and Goofy.
Yeah.
And the Trinities are one of them.
Well, at the very least, I think you still your whole party still gets experience, even if like certain members are inactive. Because like if you go back to those worlds, or like the first time you go there, the levels of the recruitable characters will be like relative to your levels. So like they
Yeah.
are like invisibly leveling up as you level up, even if they're not with you.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. Well, there's also stuff like combo moves and in Kingdom Hearts
Well,
2 forms
now-
that
Right.
like
Hold
you
on
need
a second
Donald
here,
and or
Dan.
Goofy for.
Because the partners have unique combo moves in this game. I know at
Yeah,
least
but
Ariel
I-
does.
I don't think they're usually as good as Donald or Goofy's.
Well, you can get a lot of them before you can get Donald.
Well, the thing I was thinking
once
of was in Agrabah, you need Aladdin to like activate those certain switches.
Oh yeah.
That's like the one time you'll be using a world partner.
He has monkey powers.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, I would use the world partners pretty much all the time. I would usually swap out. Well, it depends on what world. Like, in Agrabah, I would always swap out Goofy, because Goofy and Aladdin do the same thing. But I would prioritize world partners, and then just go back to a save point and swap out when I needed to get a Trinity.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do in post-game if you don't want to get all the Trinities while you're going along.
After you get MP gift on Goofy, though, sorry, Donald.
Ooh, yeah.
There's only one true party member in this team.
But that's later on down the road.
Yeah.
Until then, we're going to dodge roll our way out of this episode.
That's a segue.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.